4 ways to refurbish an old wood table found at a garage sale. One thing's for sure, furniture is always a hit at garage sales. It catches people's eyes from across the street. It's usually a bargain for pieces that are in relatively good shape, and even when something isn't in great shape, it can be a fun DIY project to fix something up. Sometimes, however, we get our hands on a fixer-upper excited to take on the project, but we hit a creative roadblock. You know that old wooden table has potential in your home, but you don't know exactly what to do with it. Worry not. We have a few suggestions on how to refurbish that old wood table you found at the garage sale. Paint and refinish. This is the most obvious answer, but it's a good one. Especially if the table is already in good shape, the only thing missing might be a splash of color or a restained surface. A fresh new color can really brighten up the room or pull together the aesthetics of any space. Since this isn't an expensive new table either, it's also a chance to take a stab at painting, finishing, or staining if you aren't an expert. You also aren't limited to one color or shade either. For a statement piece, feel free to break out some stencils or find your inner Pollock. The world is yours. Tablecloth. Maybe your table is in good shape and you do want to paint it, but you haven't committed to an idea quite yet. Maybe you just want to be able to switch up the style on the fly. Maybe you simply don't want to put that much effort into it. Whatever the case may be, a tablecloth is a great option to add some style to your table without committing to hours of work and without risking damaging the table. Again, you aren't limited to one tablecloth either. You can have a variety of tablecloths ready to switch up the vibe however you see fit. Even if the old finish or paint doesn't look great anymore, throw a snazzy tablecloth over it and nobody will be the wiser. Frankenstein. If your table isn't in great shape, or if there's just a piece of it that you really don't like, you can always try Frankensteining a new one. This is a great DIY project that'll leave you with a completely unique piece and a shining sense of accomplishment. Let's say you find a good-looking dinner table with great legs or a great base, but the top is a bit banged up, or it's just ugly. If you have another old table lying around, or you find another table at the garage sale, you can swap the tops out to create your perfect puzzle of a table. You can also play around with adding other materials, like a piece of sheet metal on top for a shiny, unique, and easy-to-clean look. Decorate. Another low-commitment way of sprucing up that old wooden table is simply to decorate it. If it doesn't need a whole lot of repairs, but you also don't want to go through the trouble of painting or Frankensteining it, adding some decor can really change the personality of the table and of the space it's in. The tablecloth we mentioned already is a great option, but there are other ways to decorate too. Add an old clock to preserve that vintage feel, or some books for a decoration that visitors can interact with. A nice lamp to make the decor functional as well. If it's the dining table, dress it up with placemats and dishes. The options are practically endless. They're easy to swap around if you need some variety. Whatever you decide to do, we're sure your new old wooden table is going to look great. If you get stuck, of course, don't be afraid to call a professional. And long live the garage sale!